You've come up with a brilliant idea for your next impact documentary, and you can already see the story playing out in your head. You can visualize all the pieces, you have characters, it has a 3-act structure, it has hooks and setups and payoffs, and I mean, it's clear that this film has potential to amplify an important message and create real impact. But what do you do now? How do you get your project out of the idea phase into development? And that's what we're going to talk about in this video. There are 5 key components to getting an impact documentary off the ground and moving forward. Number 1, evaluation. The first step is making sure you don't like your idea. You have to make sure you love it. You know, we found that it's important to remember that you're going to be living with this story for 12 to 36 months. So take a minute and think about, what's going on in your life and how important is this? Do I really love it? And also, how's this going to affect my relationships? All right, number 2, investigation. Once you've decided you love your idea, the next step is to get the facts and do some research. And you want to make sure this project's worth pursuing. Start researching everything you can. Talk to people involved, gather data, join online groups where people are talking about your subject, all that stuff. The goal is to make sure you know enough about your story to confidently pitch it when the time is right. The next step is to research your potential audience and start by identifying your target audience. These are your core people. These are the people in the middle of your bullseye. Research the demographics, their interest, and their causes that they actually care about. Get to know what they're talking about. This will help you frame your documentary in a way that speaks directly to them. Knowing your core audience will guide your stories in ways that you may have not thought of before. All right, we like to use ChatGPT to refine our research when we have specific questions. It's the fastest way to get the facts and the data. Now that you've done your research, it's time to focus on putting your idea into a tool that you can share with other people. This is your one sheet. This is your chance to clearly explain your documentary on paper. This includes your title, your logline, a short synopsis, a bullet point list of your impact goals, a few data points about your potential audience, and why the story matters right now. It should be straightforward and to the point. Don't worry about adding visuals or design elements. This all sets expectation. The final step is adding in how much money you need to get started. We call this development funding. Everybody calls it development funding. But development funding is a small amount of money that you need to create your pitch deck, your project proposal, shoot your teaser, and conduct your preliminary research. So this is really, really important. This is not the budget you need for your film. It's development funding that covers your expenses and time to get these things done. What we found is that most docs can complete development for between $5,000 and $10,000. This number typically depends on your experience. So here's something I want to mention. No matter how much money you need, we always like to use some of our own money for development. If we're not willing to put our own funds into the idea, why do we expect that somebody else would do the same? We like to say it's always good to have skin in the game. All right, so once you've completed your one sheet, it's time to begin pitching your project to people who might want to help. You would be surprised at what happens when you have a well-crafted one sheet, you know the facts, and you have confidence in your vision. On top of that, you're not asking for this huge amount of money. You're asking for a small amount of money, which shows that you're realistic and sober-minded. So this is how we get our films off the ground. It's how we move our ideas that are swirling around in our head to actually projects that are moving forward into, that have funding, and then it takes off from there. So if you've gotten this far in this, we're going to tell you about something. Email us about the Doc Film School Starter Course. It's just a faster way to get this section done at a discounted price. But you have to email us because we don't promote it yet. I hope this saves you some headaches. And once you finish your one sheet, send it to us. We want to see what films you've got going. Who knows? All right, like and subscribe, all those things, and we'll see you in the next video.